Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Richard Bellamy claims a reckless golf cart driver is responsible for his broken ankle on the golf course. Joe Gandosh says the plaintiff's excessive drinking was the cause, not his driving. Mr. Gandosh is countersuing for $1,035.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Ballamy versus Gandosh. Mr. Ballamy, you are suing Mr. Gandosh for $500 for medical expenses after you say the defendant injured you. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gandosh, you say that the plaintiff acted irresponsibly and you're countersuing for $1,035 because of that negligence. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, what happened here? Mr. Ballamy, I'll start with you.
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath, Your Honor, because I'm nervous. I've never been in court
That's
before.
all right.
Yes.
Cleansing breath. All right, tell the truth. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Okay.
All right, so just start from the beginning. Tell me what happened.
Okay.
You say that you're suing for medical expenses
Yes.
from injuries.
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you get injured?
Well, Your Honor, I'm a vegan. For vegans and people who take very good care of their health, as part of my fitness routine, I always walk when I can walk or run when I can run. So on the golf course, I was walking the golf course. We were in a tournament. Joe was insisting that we take a golf cart.
Okay.
And was huffing and puffing because I was walking the course instead of taking the golf cart. So finally, by the time we got to the 16th hole, I got on the back of the golf cart and held on for dear life as Joe drove like a lunatic. And I fell off the back of the golf cart and broke my ankle. And
All right.
That's why we're here today.
Okay, so you took the long route to tell me you got on the back of the golf cart and you fell off and Mr. Gandosh was driving.
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Gandosh, you guys were in a contest. In a
Yes.
golf
Charity
tournament.
event, Your Honor.
A charity event, okay. And you're driving.
Yes, ma'am.
How many of you are you, it's a foursome or just two?
So we're paired up, but we're also paired up with another couple. So there's a foursome golfing all together, Your
Okay,
Honor.
4 of you riding in the cart or 2?
No, ma'am, just 2.
Just 2 riding?
Yes, 2 seats in the front and then an area in the back for the golf bag.
Absolutely, all right. You're in the golf cart, which hole are you at?
So when the incident happened, we were at the hole 16, Your Honor.
All right, so you're coming into the close.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are driving, why did all of a sudden after Mr. Ballamy walked most of the course, did you tell him jump on the back or did he decide to?
Your Honor, most of the day, he had been speaking inappropriately, he'd been telling jokes, he'd been taking his time lining up
fun,
shots.
Your Honor.
Lining
Having
up
fun.
Big thing about golf etiquette is you don't want to slow up the game.
Right.
Because I feel like I like to be punctual in life. I don't want to make my time more important than anybody else's. And that's what I felt that Rich
was doing.
Yes, ma'am.
I can walk faster than a golf cart. I'm in good shape, Your Honor.
All right,
You should
all right.
see me under this.
So at what point, answer the question that I asked because
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
important to me.
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
you say, look, man, jump on the back of this golf cart so we can keep going, or did he decide to get on?
So he got it after his second shot. He was looking for his ball because he shanked it to the right. He found the ball. He was lining up the shot, taking forever. We saw the people on the tee behind us, and I said, come on, we got to keep this moving. I insisted that he get into the golf cart. He finally got onto the golf cart.
So you insisted that he get in or on?
On the back of the golf
All
cart,
right.
Your Honor. Yes,
and
ma'am.
who was in the front with you?
My witness, Lena.
All right. And so you said, come on, get on, we got to get to the next hole. Because you're right about that. People get really angry when
Yes.
you're holding up and they're teeing off behind you and ready to putt. How long have you been golfing, Mr. Gandosh?
I've been golfing about 20 years.
Oh, a long time. All
Yes,
right. And
ma'am.
how about you, Mr. Ballamy? Is golf a pastime you've enjoyed for many years?
Oh my gosh, Your Honor, yeah. It's been a passion of mine all my life.
All right. And so when he said hop on, we got to go because people are behind us and we're slowing up, What did you do?
Optimism is my oxygen, and I think he was thinking my happy-go-lucky nature was a lack of urgency. But I'm a good golfer.
No, what he was thinking was that the people were on your heels. You're not at the next hole or you're slow. It means that you're moving slower.
Lauren, there are a lot of other...
Who are you talking to?
I'm sorry, you make me feel so comfortable. I'm sorry. Your Honor.
I know I don't make you feel that comfortable.
Okay,
I don't make people feel that comfortable.
Well, excuse me, Your Honor.
Coming up,
He seemed as if
Well, he just said there were cocktails on different holes, and there are. So do you feel like he had too much to drink?
he showed up at the first tee with a beer.
and later,
It's my brother. I'm going to go to him first. So I confronted him. I said,
Not
like,
first.
she's
She
been
didn't come to me at
around
all.
probably 2 or 3
Can
times.
you all talk one at a time? Just let me ask a question and get an answer.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Richard Ballaby, who brought Joe Gandosh to court over a golf game gone awry.
And I want to get to
Okay.
your ride
well,
on the back of
he
the golf
started
course
driving
and how
like
you got...
Sloppy Joe. He didn't take the cart path. He decided to try to squeeze between the bunker, sand trap, if you don't golf, and some woods, and the tire dipped into the sand, and I fell off the back, and I broke my ankle.
All right. So
Case closed.
exactly. So in your mind. So
Okay.
the point is that you jumped on, and then the path that he took was bumpier than he could have just driven on the golf
Yeah, there's something in
path.
golf called a cart path, which he should have
Yes.
taken.
Why did you change routes?
First of all, I took it because the path that he wanted me to take would have driven me across the fairway. That's a big no-no. Liam can back me up
You're
on
under
that.
All
You
right.
don't?
I'd like to hear from your witness. Stand up, sir. State your name.
Liam, ma'am.
All right. So can you tell me what you know about this incident where Mr. Ballaby fell off the golf cart?
He got on the back of the golf cart and was messing around, yelling, "Let's go, let's go, let's go! You're in such a hurry, let's go!" And because of where we were, he had to go that way, and it was not narrow. There was plenty of room to get through there.
And so what do you believe is the reason why Mr. Ballaby fell off?
He seemed a little sloshy when he first got here.
So you thought he was drunk?
He seemed as if
Well, he just said there were cocktails on different holes, and there are. So do you feel like he had too much to drink?
He showed up at the first tee with a beer.
All right. I would like to hear from your witness, sir. Please stand.
Sure.
State your name for the court.
Yes, Your
Step up
Honor.
to the podium, please, sir.
My name is Randall LePan.
And Mr. LePan, what do you know about this?
He basically fell, and I saw him fall, and he was hurting pretty bad.
Did you see Mr. Ballaby holding on with 1 or 2 hands onto the golf cart when he was riding on the back?
Your Honor, he was holding on with both hands
Okay.
at the beginning.
Did you secure your clubs on the back of the golf cart before you rode?
First of all, I was pretty much stone cold sober. I'm Irish.
So, Mr. Ballaby, did you bring evidence of the damages you sustained?
Your Honor, can I tell you a story?
Let me have the evidence.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right.
If you're trying to be annoying on purpose, it's working.
Sorry, Your Honor.
This is on hole 16 where it happened.
Yes.
And this is a picture of the golf cart. You didn't really have a lot of foot room with the 2 clubs in the back. And then I asked you, did you secure your clubs on the back? You said yes, but there's only 2 golf clubs on the back of this cart, and they were riding in the front. So where were your clubs?
My clubs were in the back, and then he was holding his in the front.
No, his were on his back.
So you had the clubs on your back, and then you jumped on the back
And
of the cart.
holding on with one hand.
Were your clubs on the back, or were your clubs
I might
on
have-
your back, or were they in the back of the cart?
I might have slung him over my back. I actually don't remember that detail very well, but I did have one hand on the roof thing and one on his golf clubs on his driver.
Oh, you were holding on to the actual physical club?
Yes. There was nowhere else.
Not the hand.
Okay. Well, that definitely is not sturdy enough to hold on to because, of course, as you're riding, the clubs are shaking. That would not be where you would hold on. As for your counterclaim, Mr. Gandosh, what is that?
So, Your Honor, it's $500 was the entry fee to the actual tournament, which we had to forfeit after he hurt his ankle because we couldn't finish the tournament.
Broke.
Let me finish, all right? So we had to forfeit that $500 because he couldn't finish the tournament, which we were in second place to win.
It was $500 apiece?
500 apiece, yes, ma'am.
All right.
And then my driver, which he broke, $535 for that as well, equaling $1,035.
Did you all come into this as a pair? Were you paired yourselves up, or did they pair you up?
I had asked him to participate in the tournament with me because our daughters go to school together. We'd meet each other at a couple of different
All right,
functions.
so you knew each other already?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I've heard enough. Mr. Ballaby, you assumed a risk. Someone tells you ride on the back of a golf cart. You still have the choice to walk or to jump on the back. As for the countersuit, Mr. Gandosh, I do believe Mr. Ballaby owes you for the club that he broke. I do not believe that he owes you for your admission fee because you just admitted in your testimony this is an idea that you had. You asked him to come along. I don't think he planned to fall off the cart. The way he approached riding the back of the cart was negligent, and I do think he maybe had too much to drink. But seeing as though you said, hey man, get on the back, I do think that you have to be responsible for the part you played in the matter by inviting someone to golf that you probably will not invite to golf with you in another tournament.
No.
For that reason, I'm going to award you $535, the cost of your club, on your countersuit, and the plaintiff's claim is dismissed. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff owes $535.
Maybe next time you'll be a little bit more considerate when you're golfing with other people.
Oh yeah, congratulations on being able to buy another lucky club.
Coming up,
So what went wrong? This sounds like a nice getaway.
Yeah, it should have been a nice getaway, but then I found out that my ex-fiancé was cheating on me, her brother, and she knew about it the whole time.
How did you find that out?
So I caught all three of them together.
you're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Jennifer Hollis claims her brother's fiancé bailed on a girl's getaway after she accused her of covering up his affair. Victoria Youngblood says she won't travel with a friend that let her play the fool.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Hollis versus Youngblood. Ms. Hollis, you are suing Ms. Youngblood for $557.89 for girls' trip expenses she owes you. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And Ms. Youngblood, you say you don't owe her a thing.
Correct.
All right. Let's start from the beginning. This was a girls' trip?
Yeah, so it was a
How long have you guys been friends?
So we've been friends for some years now. I want to say almost like 10 years.
Oh, 10 years. All right. And so you decided to do a girls' trip?
Yes, it was a sister-in-law's trip. So she was engaged to my brother.
Oh, all right. So you're more than just girlfriends.
Yes.
She was
Yes.
engaged to your brother.
Yes, we were best friends turning
And so you
sisters.
decided to do a trip together.
Correct.
Where were you going to go?
Houston.
Were you guys going to stay in a hotel? Were you going to fly there? Were you going to drive?
Yes.
What happened?
We're going to fly there, get a rental car, hotel, which I pay for, my portion of the hotel and the rental car that I sent to her, and I do have that payment.
I'd like to see that. So, Miss Youngblood, you were down for the girls' trip. You
Yes.
wanted to go.
Yep.
You were engaged to her brother.
Correct.
And so you wanted to get away with your future sister-in-law.
Yes.
Have some fun. Mm-hmm. And you wanted to go to Houston. You guys wanted to go to Houston.
Yeah, Houston's a good time. There's upper middle class black people just eating, totally our vibe. So
All right. So you rented a car.
I rented the
see.
car,
You
yes.
rented the car.
Yeah, it was in her name,
All
everything
right.
in
So
her
the
name.
car was in your name. So what went wrong? This sounds like a nice getaway.
yeah, it
Yeah,
should have been a
so-
nice getaway, but then I found out that my ex-fiancé was cheating on me, her brother, and she knew
He
about
was
it the whole
cheating on
time.
you.
How did you find that out?
So I caught all three of them together.
Coming up,
You look over and see your fiance. What do you do?
So I confronted
tell
them.
that part.
I confronted them. I did lose my temper a little bit, and I
A
hit
little
him.
bit.
you're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with a dispute between Jennifer Hollis and her brother's ex-fiancée, Victoria Youngblood, over a canceled girls' getaway.
So I walk in the grocery store. I'm trying to do some grocery shopping, right? And I walk in, and the three of them are there, just having a good old time in the grocery store.
So you were at the grocery store with your brother
Yes,
and
he brought this girl.
and he bought the girl. Now, did you know he was bringing the girl?
No, I did not. But she's been around before, and I've had a talk with him.
So you knew your brother was kind of messing with this girl, and you had talked to him about it.
It was never confirmed because he would bring her around,
That's
so
not
I would
true.
never see any affection between them.
I mean, but you know that I'm engaged
he would
to
bring
him.
them
Like, you
around.
saw
And who was
something.
Who was this girl supposed to be?
Just his friend. That's what he said to me
He
when
didn't have
I
that
confronted
friend
him about
before.
it. Of course, I'm not going to go to her. It's my brother. I'm going to go to him first. So I confronted him. I said,
Not
like,
first.
she's
She
been
didn't come to me at
around
all.
probably 2 or 3
Can
times.
you all talk one at a time? Just let me ask a question and get an answer. So you said your brother would show up with this girl. He said, this is my friend.
Correct.
Did you have an inkling in your mind something ain't right?
Yes.
And
that's
did
why
you
I
say
had
something to your brother?
Yes.
What'd you say?
I said, who is this girl? And I was like, you know you're putting me in a bad spot because Vicky is my best friend.
All right.
And he was like, there's nothing to worry about.
So now, Miss Youngblood, you're in the grocery store. Next thing you know, you look over and see your fiance. What do you do?
So I confronted
tell
them.
that part.
I confronted them. I did lose my temper a little bit, and I hit him.
A little bit.
Oh, you hit him.
Yeah, but he really deserved it.
Oh, okay, well, I can't condone violence from the bench.
And I should not have done it.
And then what happened from there?
Then that was it. So I left. She tried calling me afterwards. I ignored her. There was nothing for us to talk about.
Now, how long after this whole incident were you supposed to take the trip?
About a month later.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
I would be willing to sacrifice what I paid. She can go on her own, take somebody else, do whatever she had to do. I just didn't want anything to do with her.
And so what happened, and why was that not good enough for you, Ms. Holland?
The agreement was for her to go on the trip. That's why everything was on her card, because I don't have a credit card, and the hotel and the rental car place, that you needed a credit card on file.
She had the opportunity to go on the trip, and she chose not to. That's not my problem.
No, you forced my hand. I couldn't go on the trip. You know I needed you, and I feel like it was get back.
So you're suing her for the half of the expenses that you all paid jointly.
Correct.
That you couldn't get your money back from.
And she went on the trip.
I decided to use that as my healing trip, and I went by myself.
I do not envy your position, Miss Youngblood. It would have been very difficult either way, but at the end of the day, you all made a plan, bought a trip together, and Ms. Hollis did not get the benefit of her bargain, and it really wasn't because she did anything wrong per se. It was her brother. For that reason, judgment for the plaintiff for $557.89. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $557.89.
I hope that we can really move past this. I hope you took what the judge said, that I had nothing to do with it. It was my brother. He's the one who cheated on you. I would never intentionally hurt you.
You're gonna get your $557, but you're not getting anything else from me. I'm done.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.